Oh yeah, nice bit of water. Let's get through that. Yes. Good morning, guys. So a nice short episode for you today. I decided I'm going to do a little video on my aluminium Yamaha Panniers that I've got with my Tenere 700 Rally, which I'm actually very happy with, long story short. And I realised when I was actually picking luggage, there's obviously the argument: do you pick soft luggage, hard luggage, what brand, what works best, consider where you're going, and you know, weatherproofing, waterproofing, and sustainability, and just everything in general when it comes to your considerations for picking luggage. I was finding it quite hard to find information, well, video information anyway, on the Panniers themselves. Maybe there is now, but at the time I really couldn't find much stuff on it. A nice flood here. Let's go right through the middle of it. Yeah, that's what the bike's for. Whoa, yes. Right, so back to the Panniers themselves, now that I've got a nice wet everything, although the bike's looking nice and clean now. So we'll jump off the bike in a minute and have a quick look at them, but in general I'm very happy with them. They perform very well, and we'll get into the specifics now. I'll just find a nice place to stop. Alright, we'll just have a little stop here. Here's as good as anywhere, really. Okay, neutral. Right guys, here we are. I just want to quickly touch on the Panniers themselves, do a quick episode on them. It'll only be a few minutes. We just want to talk about, is it worth it, and how do they hold up, and how do they operate, you know, because when I was looking at getting these, I just couldn't really find that much visual information. It's all there statistically, and it's all there by measurements online, but you don't really see much of a video explaining about them themselves. So here they are. Generally, I'm not going to give you exact measurements, because frankly, who cares when you're riding. All I'm going to say is the handlebars themselves, we're looking at about just slightly wider than the handlebars. So generally, moving through traffic's not that hard to judge, because you pretty much going off just a slightly wider handlebar distance in your rear end there. So visually, they're aesthetically pleasing to me. That's 1 point. 2, they're lightweight, obviously aluminium, and they really are lightweight as well, guys. And they're substantial. They're going to be very good at protecting any of your equipment. I mean, electronics, laptops, cameras, and generally anything that you don't want to get broken. So we'll just have a quick look. So the same key that is your ignition, your fuel cap, and your seat lock is going to be for the one that you'll get for your Panniers. So looking at it here, a bit dirty, excuse me. So looking at the Panniers, they have this cover which stays in place. That's how you ride. To unlock the actual box itself, we'll give the lock here. That's just an extra little lock if I ever need it. Key in, one turn, and then you flick it open, and it's just one simple latch like that. Opens up, hinge on a hinge joint like that here, and it's got the wire cables there. So plenty of space in there, guys. Really, the right one is slightly less because it has to overlap the exhaust itself. But in general, not a problem at all. I'll put along the bottom as I'm speaking here, guys, weights and stuff, because statistically it's not that important. All you need to know is that they are light and they work really well. So that's that. As you're looking in the lid here, you've got a nice rubber seal. I've actually had this in pretty terrible weather over the last few days in the Highlands in Scotland, as you'll see in my previous video, and I've had sideways wind, really bad rain coming in from all directions. It's been quite bad. And if there was any water was going to get in there, it would have. Apart from actually going through a river and submerging these, I don't think you're going to have a problem with them at all, unless you break the seal. So I'll just close that. Nice and fast. That's what I like about it. It's a really nice, fast system. Right, so let's talk about taking them off. So here you go. It's the same process unlock, and this little latch here is specifically for taking your taking the box off the bike. So you pull it towards you. I'll have to get behind it here to point it out, because you do need to not support the box, but actually, I mean, you can do it with your hand. Look, you just can hold it there, but I generally make it a good practice to be stood here, because if it's full and it's heavy with equipment, then you need it. So if you look here and here, you'll see a little green painted clip, and that means that the actual box is locked into place. So now that the key is turned, and I'll pull this latch towards me, and you'll see this and this turn red. So 1, 2, 3, there you go. Did you see that? I'll do it one more time. So green now, red, and that is released and unlocked. And as you see, the movement is, it just pulls horizontally, well, laterally towards you, and then you just pull it off. So I'm looking at the actual box itself. Slide it down, a bit dirty. So these two areas lock onto the bolts, and then you've got the locking mechanism here. These are the bolts, locking mechanism here. So to put it back on, literally, those guys just latch onto that. It's all self-explanatory, and then you literally just put it on that like that, and you'll see the colours change. So if I open it again, you'll see the colours change as I throw it into place. Now I'll try and do it so it's like only one. Right, you'll see there, I've purposely done this. So I've put it on gently, just to show you that one side is green and one side is red. That means it's not fully locked. And if that happens, all you need to do is give it a little shift, and it'll switch to green, and then make sure that is pushed back into place. And then key off, lock it and key off. The most important thing is that you have two green colours here. Okay, push that back into place, lock the bike, cover up the lock, and we're good to go, guys. But in general, guys, these are solid on the bike. There's no movement at all. And if you're worried about metal panniers, which I was a little bit, I was a bit worried that would they hold? Would they be strong enough on arduous terrain? And the answer is simply yeah, of course they are. They're not going anywhere. So I'm looking at it kind of like, wherever I go, whatever I do, is it going to be safe? And I do like the fact that from the body to the pannier, I have got plenty of space right here. So that's going to protect my foot if the bike does fall, and it won't fall flat, which also helps picking up the bike itself. So you've got plenty of space there to play around with. It's a lot safer in that respect to soft panniers. Plus laptops, electronics, stuff like that. It's just simply a better option, I think. I think maybe I'll switch to soft luggage at some point, just to have a see and explore different ways of doing things. And just pick up the GoPro. Let's change angle here. So all in all, guys, nice, short and sweet. They are fantastic panniers. They're more secure in terms of being able to lock it easily. They're solidly attached to your bike. They're just not going anywhere. It would take a harsh bit of treatment to take them away from your bike. And also you can use them as seats. They're a decent height for sitting on if you are camping and you're running low on space. You don't want to take a chair with you, no problem there. Decent weatherproofing, and generally I can't really find much of a fault with them, apart from the fact that if it fell on your leg and somehow your foot got stuck behind there. But I mean, personally, I would just bail off the bike. If I was going, I'd just leap off the bike. So not really a problem for me. I don't really see it as much as an issue. Now, the first thing I actually thought when I was buying these panniers was, are they worth the price? Because they are relatively expensive. I was quite surprised when Yamaha quoted me, but now that I have them, I get it. You know, they do what they say on the tin. They're light, they're solid, they lock, and they're not going anywhere on the bike. They're durable, you know. So more than good enough. And this is how I'll actually stick for a while. I think this is how I'll actually I think I'll actually stay with this setup for the foreseeable future, actually. I just can't see changing. I think I'm very happy with the panniers themselves at this point. Also, the one other thing I want to cover is you got these strong point attachments. You got here, 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 and here. So you've got 6 points of attachments there. So if I have a duffel bag over the top, I usually attach here to here, either a strap, depending on the size, or go directly under the rack itself, because that's a strong point. But either way, they're all good. If you want to attach roll mats or netting, perfect. It's just really not a problem at all. Okay guys, thanks for joining us today. I really enjoyed doing this little episode for you, and hopefully we've covered the basis and helped a few of you made a choice on whether or not to go for these Yamaha panniers. Just a bit of a confirmation for me. They're light, they're robust, they are worth the money, they operate well, they're good weatherproofing, good waterproofing, and generally good. I mean, I'd still use waterproof canoe bags underneath, inside, but I mean, day-to-day commuting, there's not really that much need for it, even in rain. Alright guys, a short and sweet episode for you. Hopefully we've covered the basis on whether or not hard Yamaha panniers are for you. For me, I'm very happy with them. I paid for them myself, so this is an honest review on my own thoughts on them. They're light, they're good at weatherproofing. Oh, very nice rainbow. They're good weatherproofing, good waterproofing. I mean, I always use dry bags, but I've always found that my equipment and anything I put in there has been dry, even in arduous weather. So if you're looking for hard luggage and you are buying a Tenere for ease, I would recommend using the Yamaha panniers. They're solid, they're light, they're waterproof, and I mean, they are reasonably expensive, but I mean, you buy quality, you're buying the quality, you know. And they're built specifically for the bike, you know, they're not a third party buyer. Yamaha built it for the bike. The other thing is security of your equipment. I mean, the fact that you can lock them so efficiently is you know, is a no-brainer to me personally. I might one day switch to soft luggage, but for now I'm very happy with the hard luggage itself. Okay guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.